Hello. As a social media influencer who is passionate about social and economic issues, I feel that it's important to address the recent decision made by Benjamin Diokno, the governor of the Philippine Central Bank, to lift the price cap on rice. This move has garnered a lot of attention and criticism, with many arguing that it will make rice unaffordable for millions of Filipinos who rely on it as a staple food. However, I believe that we need to look beyond the surface and consider the full picture before making judgments. Firstly, it's worth noting that the price cap was initially put in place in 2018 as a temporary measure to address rising inflation and protect consumers. At the time, the country was facing an economic crisis, and something needed to be done to alleviate the burden on the poorest members of society. Fast forward to 2021, and the economic situation has improved significantly. Inflation is at its lowest point in 2 years, and the government has implemented several measures to support farmers and increase rice production. As such, it's only natural that the price cap on rice should be lifted, as it's no longer necessary to support the economy and protect consumers. Moreover, it's worth noting that the price cap itself had unintended consequences. Many rice farmers were unable to sell their produce, as the cap made it unprofitable for middlemen to purchase their goods. This resulted in a drop in rice production, which could have serious consequences for the country's food security in the long term. While the lifting of the rice price cap may seem like a negative development on the surface, and it's important to remember that it's a decision based on sound economic principles and necessary for the long-term development of the Philippines, while we need to ensure that the poorest members of society are not unduly burdened by rising rice prices. We should also support measures to increase rice production and boost the incomes of farmers.